So, am Freitag ist trainieren, oder?
Ja, 16 Stunden.
Ja, das ist ein Wahnsinn. Das ist total Wahnsinn. How are you? So a wonderful good afternoon and a huge welcome to the 8th edition of our IRONMAN 70.3 Middle East Championship here in the Kingdom of Bahrain. My name is Pohle. I'm one of the IRONMAN announcers. It's a pleasure to be back. Been here for all previous editions, and this one will be extremely exciting yet again. Despite the plethora of incredible races around the world and the fact that we've got the IRONMAN 70.3 World Championship just in 2 weekends' time from now, we still have a phenomenal lineup of some of the best professional athletes in the world who will be starting on Friday morning. Our 8th edition, we are boasting just over 1,400 athletes from 84 countries here in the Kingdom of Bahrain. Tonight we'll have the welcome banquet and it'll be a wonderful evening of all the athletes from all the nations coming together. An event of this magnitude is simply not possible without all our partners, without this host kingdom. To get things going, we'd like to ask the Managing Director of the IRONMAN Middle East Championship and IRONMAN here in the Middle East, Ahmed Al-Hajj, to say the opening words.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. نرحب برغبة الرياضيين المشاركين في النسخة الثامنة من بطولة الشرق الأوسط للرجل الحديدي 70.3 في مملكة البحرين، والتي نتشرف بتنظيمها تحت رعاية كريمة من صاحب السمو الملكي الأمير سلمان بن حمد آل خليفة ولي العهد رئيس مجلس الوزراء. تعتبر هذه البطولة الأقوى من نوعها في المنطقة حضوراً. أهم الأبطال العالميين من مختلف دول العالم يتنافسون على لقب بطولة الشرق الأوسط أو حتى مجرد نيل شرف المشاركة فيها. لقد أنجزت اللجنة المنظمة جميع الاستعدادات لاستضافة هذه البطولة التي يشارك فيها أكثر من 1500 لاعب من مختلف الدول من 84 دولة من مختلف الجنسيات داخل وخارج مملكة البحرين. نحن فخورين بإنجاز موقع البطولة المميز والذي يمتد بمساحة 75 ألف متر مربع، والذي سيمنح المشاركين والجمهور الفرصة لكي يعيشوا في حدث لن ينسى. وإلى جانب مشاركة الأبطال من مختلف دول العالم، يسرنا أن نواصل تنظيم سباق الأبطال على هامش البطولة بعد أن حققت النسخة السابقة إقبالاً ونجاحاً كبيراً، ولمسنا تزايد الرغبة لدى العائلات لممارسة أطفالهم وبناتهم لهذه الرياضة. كل الشكر والتقدير للجميع وكل التوفيق للمشاركين في هذه النسخة، ونحن جاهزون لتقديم كل ما يجعل مشاركتكم مميزة. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Shukran. Thank you very much, Ahmed Al-Hajj. We're now going to hear from business-friendly Bahrain, the EDB, Mr. Isa Mubarak, Head of Communications.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be with you this afternoon for just another actually championship happening in the country. This is very important as a sector. Sport is a very important contributor to the economy, that we look at it as one of the pillars actually to take part in the economy here in Bahrain. We wish all the participants, as well as their maybe families and whoever is accompanying with them, to really have a good experience in the country, and we look forward for another successful one.
Successful it will be, and thank you so very much for having us, and thank you for your role you play. We now, from Bayonne, the Senior Government Relations Specialist, it is Sheikh Khalifa Al Khalifa, please.
Thank you very much. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. أولاً نفتخر ونعتز بأن تكون شركة باتلكو إحدى الجهات الرئيسية الداعمة لهذا الحدث الكبير الذي يحظى باهتمام ورعاية كريمة من صاحب السمو الملكي الأمير سلمان بن حمد ولي العهد رئيس مجلس الوزراء، وسمو الشيخ ناصر بن حمد ممثل جلالة الملك للأعمال الإنسانية وشؤون الشباب رئيس مجلس الأعلى للشباب والرياضة الذي يعتبر مصدراً هام لكافة شباب البحرين. شركة بيان تولي اهتماماً كبيراً لقطاع الشباب والرياضة، فلذلك تحرص الشركة على دعم بطولة الرجل الحديدي للشرق الأوسط في البحرين سنوياً، مما يؤكد حرص الشركة على دعم مثل هذه الفعاليات الرياضية كجزء من مسؤولياتها الاجتماعية. ونتمنى للجميع المشاركين التوفيق والنجاح إن شاء الله.
Thank you, Sheikh. Representing Bapco Energies, the Vice President of Group Corporate Communications, it is Mrs. Zain Al-Zayani.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me great pleasure to be here today to reaffirm Bapco Energies' commitment to IRONMAN 70.3 Bahrain Middle East Championships for the third consecutive year. We are dedicated to promoting health, wellness, and athletic excellence in Bahrain and the region. And we're excited to have 2 teams participating from Bapco Energies and 3 individuals, and we wish them all the best. As the leading energy company in Bahrain, Bapco Energies prioritizes the health and well-being of its employees and the community. And by supporting events like IRONMAN 70.3 Bahrain, we're not only promoting physical fitness, but also inspiring individuals to challenge themselves and achieve their full potential. Our partnership with IRONMAN 70.3 Bahrain is also aligned with the vision of our chairman, His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa, His Majesty the King's representative of humanitarian works and youth affairs. His Highness is a passionate advocate for sports and fitness and has been instrumental in elevating Bahrain's position as a global sporting hub. By supporting this event, we are contributing to the realization of His Highness's vision and inspiring the next generation of athletes. And on behalf of Bapco Energies, we are incredibly proud to be part of this prestigious event, and we wish all the participants the best of luck and look forward to a thrilling competition. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Zain Al-Zayani. We have 4 of some of the best triathletes on the planet here. If I was to read through all their palmares, we'd be here still on Friday morning before the race started. Suffice to say, multiple World Championship titles, multiple Commonwealth medals, multiple Olympic medals lining up here, and multiple Ironman 70.3 titles. These are just some of the professional triathletes that will be lining up on Friday morning. One of the great things about Ironman and Ironman 70.3 racing is the Pro-Am format, that we have professional elite athletes racing with amateur age groupers who've come from all around the world, and they get to race the race, same racetrack, and they get the same medal. But fortunately, we have a couple here that we can hear from today, and I'd like to start with our female athletes, and I'd like to start with, and it sounds really weird to say this, but the rookie, Georgia Taylor-Brown, representing Great Britain. Georgia, she's phenomenal. Gold and silver medals in Commonwealth, incredible mixed relay gold and individual silver in the Olympics, as well as a World Triathlon Sprint World Championship, but middle distance racing, Ironman 70.3 racing, 113 kilometer swim, bike, run, a rookie. Does this make you nervous?
Is that on? Yeah, I guess I'm a bit of an amateur on Friday, and there's definitely been lots to learn. And yeah, I think I am quite nervous, but I guess I'm also quite excited because it's a new challenge. It's something very different. Like I said, there's been so much to learn over the past 3 weeks of me getting on the time trial bike for the first time outside. So no, I'm excited, and yeah, I'm a little bit nervous because I don't know what's going to happen. I'm going into the unknown, so yeah, it's scary, but it's exciting.
Possibly a bit of beginner's luck then.
Hopefully, that would be nice, wouldn't it? But yeah, I'm just excited to get out there. I've been here for the past 2 years with the Bahrain Victorious team, and it's been really cool to be a part of the relay and just do the swim leg, and even that's been enough for me with the really early start. But part of me, like a little part of me has always been like, oh, it would be cool to race, be a part of the team and get involved with that. So yeah, I made a promise to myself and to my partner, Vince, last year that I said I promise I will do the race next year. So here I am doing the race.
Now you talk about Vince, he's won this before. What advice has he given you?
He's told me a lot of things. He's been the one that's told me what to buy and all the things that I need for my bike and just all of the tiny little things that I wouldn't really think about because there are so many extra things when it comes to a longer distance race. But yeah, I think it's mostly about pacing yourself. And I think in an Olympic distance race, a 10K, you can, even if you go out too fast, you can get through it, you can get to the end. But over this distance, a half Ironman and doing the half marathon at the end, there's still, you've got to leave something in the tank.
How much does it help, the fact that you're in the colours of Bahrain victorious in Bahrain?
It's really exciting. Like I said, for the past 2 years, I've kind of been on the sidelines. I've been able to watch my other teammates from Bahrain victorious racing, and it's exciting to watch them race, and you really back in them. And it's always strange because we come from different countries, most of us. So most of the time, I'm like, they're my enemies, and you don't want them to do well. But then you come here, and you're part of the bigger team of Bahrain victorious, and you're really rooting for them, and you want them to do well. So that's been really exciting for me to watch. And yeah, hopefully I've learned a few things over the past few years and things I've picked up. So yeah, we'll see how it goes on Friday, but it'll be exciting to be out there. And yeah, roles are reversed. There's a few of the team members from Bahrain victorious that are going to be here watching on the sidelines. So yeah, they can hopefully see, and they'll be racing in a few years.
Georgia Taylor-Brown for Great Britain, thank you, and most of all, good luck and have fun.
Thank you very much.
So we have from Germany, Caroline Pohle here with us as well. You've had an incredible year, Caroline. I mean, 4 70.3 distance wins. You're the reigning 70.3 European champion. You've had a fantastic podium here before, and you're on your way to the 70.3 World Championship. Seems like you are on fire.
Yeah, thank you very much. It was is a crazy year. I was always the underdog and the rookie, and yeah, now I'm 4 races on the podium in a row. So, and now I'm sitting here at the press conference, my first press conference, and yeah, next to these amazing athletes like Georgia, and so yeah, it's really crazy and unreal for me. Yes, it was a really, really good year for me, but yeah, most of the people see also the success, but for me it's important to see the journey I made this year, and this is really, really good.
A journey it has been, and this is, I presume, the penultimate race. The last one is what I would imagine the real focus in Pohle. But still, when you line up, often you don't think about what's happening in 2 weeks' time. You think about this swim, this bike, this run, this podium.
Yes, for sure. On Friday, I try to play my cards and look what I can and what's in my tank today. But yeah, and my heart is on fire today. Yeah.
Sounding dangerous. With your podium last year, what have you taken from that you're going to just adapt a bit for Friday?
Yeah, I always try to swim hard and push the power on the bike, but last year I tried to keep cool and keep at my pace, especially on the bike. So it was good for my run. So I tried to keep or stay with me and stay at my pace and keep cooling and take my nutrition. That's my experience from last year.
Well, all the best for Friday, and thank you very much for joining your first press conference, not your last.
Thank you very much.
There we go. Germany's Caroline Pohle. A big round of applause for her. We move now to the gents. We're going to start with fellow countryman South Africa's Henry Schuman, longtime member of our Bahrain victorious team. He's got a silver in the mixed relay in the Commonwealths. He's got a Commonwealth gold. He's got an Olympic bronze. And he's got a podium here in Bahrain as well, and already a win this year over the 70.3 with a 332. Henry, it seems that you're either winning or you are fighting back from another one of your challenges, and you just keep coming back, and you just seem to get stronger after overcoming every challenge.
Yeah, that's quite right. Last week I was just extremely sick. I was supposed to race in Mossel Bay 2 weeks ago. I pulled out because I was having fever and I was just very sick. I went on to antibiotics, but I thought I'd pull the pin on the season, but I've got Taupo coming up in 2 weeks' time, and I really want to race my first World Championship. So I thought, okay, well, let me just come here, have a good time with the team, Bahrain victorious, and maybe use the race as a stepping stone and just build up towards that. So, I'm excited to be back here in Bahrain and race on this course again. I think my body has come around, so I'm hoping I'll be able to have a good result.
So in a way, sometimes, I remember somebody once saying to me, beware the injured athlete, because often they come back rested, which can make them, and hungry, which can make them quite dangerous.
Yeah, absolutely. I've experienced it myself. Once you get that forced rest, sometimes you come back fresher than anything. So that's what I'm going for. I'm hoping that I'll be fresh and ready, and it will be a nice boost just to get onto the course and hopefully produce a good result.
Now, you talked about the World Championship, but when you look at the pro fields that race here in Bahrain at our Ironman 70.3 Middle East Championship, it usually boasts, it always has boasted the best athletes on the planet, and often it feels like a World Championship.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Last year it was a stacked field. This year, once again, racing Vince, who has actually won here before. I've only come second, but it was to a Martin van Riel. So, it's a great course. It's great for the athletes to come out here, get a really fast time because it's a fast course. It's exciting because we go through the Formula One track, and if you want a fast time, I think come to Bahrain and you'll really post a fast time, and it gives you confidence to the next race.
Not only will you have a fast time, you'll have a good time. Thank you. South Africa's Henry Schuman. All the best for Friday. For France, Vincent Luis, a champion here in a time of 3:38, three-time World Triathlon Mixed Relay World Champion, Tokyo Olympic bronze in the Mixed Relay, and two-time World Triathlon World Champion. Also in the colors of our Bahrain victorious, which that always seems like when you put those colors on here in Bahrain, it's like putting jet fuel in the tank.
It seems like a bit of a hometown race, of course, coming here, and I've only raced the individual race 2 years ago that I won, and I was on the sideline last year, and I was really dying to get onto the race course and race those guys, so I'm happy to be back this year. I still have flashes memory with crossing the line first 2 years ago with His Highness Sheikh Nasser waiting for me to cross the line and handing me the winner's medal. So I hope I can repeat it on Friday. But as Henry mentioned, the field is gonna be really stacked, and everyone wants a piece of the cake, I guess. So that'll be fast racing. And with the new run course, I think we can even run faster. So that'll be good to go and see how fast we can go on Friday.
Here in Bahrain, we've produced some incredibly fast times. You referred to that already. You've referred to the quality of the field. But when we look at what's happening in middle distance racing and the speeds, it's like we're racing 113 kilometers at the same speed we race short course 5150 kilometers. Yeah,
of course. Everything like in sport at the minute, like the times are getting faster and faster. We've seen the climbing times at Tour de France getting faster and faster, and of course, in triathlon it's the same. Technology helps a bit, but also we learned new training techniques, and we're always learning more about the science behind the sport, and of course we're getting faster. So we athletes have to adapt and get better at training. And I still have in somewhere in my head the fastest time in the world that Martin van Riel clocked in Dubai a few years ago, and I think that would be really good to get as close as we can on Friday.
When you talk about that, when people watch triathlon, they see what looks very much like an individual sport, but you're a part of a team, and what does being part of that team bring to your racing?
Well, it was a dream of mine to join the Bahrain Victorious, and when I joined, we were actually named Bahrain Endurance, and we swapped to Bahrain Victorious. But I remember seeing Daniela Reef or Jan Frodino and Alistair Brownlee being part of the team, and I was like, "Whoa! If you're part of this team, you're the real deal." So I really wanted to be part of the team, and then you become a member, and you just become a part of the family, and you really well looked after, and I was in Dubai a few weeks before coming here, and people recognize you as part of a Bahrain Victorious racer, so that's, that does something to you, and people show you some sort of respect because you're part of this team, and it's really nice to hear, and that also gives us some responsibility to be a model for other people, for kids and everything, and since I've been coming here every year since 2019, I think, I've seen the evolution in the mindset of kids revisiting school, and we can see kids are getting more active and more interested in sport in general, not only triathlon, and for me that's the most important. That's what my mission is with Bahrain Victorious, is to bring kids outside and having them being more active, and if my time as a member of the team at some point comes to an end and I've been more kids out and I've been putting more kids outside being active, then that's 100% a win for me.
His Highness's vision to make Bahrain more active seems to really be paying off through the team, because if you look at the stats of the number of nations competing, the number one nation this year is Bahrain with the most athletes. So it really is coming to fruition. Final question for you. How special would it be to be on the top step of the podium with Georgia, if it was both of you?
Well, that will obviously be really special. That would be amazing, of course, and I wish this will be happening on Friday. I'm going to continue my career into more long distance races. I'm not sure about what Georgia will do in the few years. I know she has some new challenges coming, so I'm not sure we will ever step on a start line together. So that would be good to do that for her first and maybe last long distance race.
Absolutely no pressure, Georgia. A big round of applause, Vincent Luis, for France and all our athletes. Massive thank you to Ahmed Al-Hajj, to Isa Mubarak, to Sheikh Khalifa Al-Khalifa, to Mrs. Zain Al-Zayani, and to our athletes, Caroline, Georgia, Henry, and Vincent. We're going to get you to stand up for a great group photograph. The members of the media who are here, should you wish to do individual interviews and photos, you can do so shortly thereafter. And we'll be having the professional athlete briefing in the next 25 minutes. Shukran, thank you, and see you Friday for some swim, bike, run.